You know, when I was growing up, we were in secondary school, we used to have friends that say, oh, I want to be a doctor. The other one said, I want to be a lawyer, right? Those are highbrow names and careers you prefer that your child or even yourself will want to associate with. But here comes others that come tell you, oh, I want to study political science. You know, that wasn't very attractive, but hey, okay. You know, it's like whatever, right? And you would think that having that career of being a doctor and all of that, will have a blossom life. And the ones that are doing political science or what have you, will just be there. I guess most of us thought that way. It turns out I was wrong. Because those in politics, oh my goodness. Today, we'll be reviewing from history, a little bit of history, present, and maybe a little bit of what we can have in the future when it comes to politicians, especially in Nigeria, and what black on black do for each other when it comes to money. And watch out today, for those of you that have ears, you better have strong shock absorbers. It's not a story that whether you've not heard it before. You've heard it many times. But we're just going to review a little bit of it and imagine if only it was spent correctly. This money we're going to talk about. It's going to be in the B's. Watch out. We'll be right back.
What are we doing, Seth?
All right, welcome back. So today, if you remember, in fact, let me give you a figure, and I'm going to try and make sure this is for real, okay? Politicians have, should I use the word stole, more than 400 billion. You say, it's shocking. I need to have a shock absorber. And I want you to also have it because we're going to talk about those bees quite a little bit. It's shocking. So, 400 billion in oil money from Nigeria, while 95 million live in extreme poverty. Now, when we talk about 400 billion in dollars, guess what? This is back in 2020. Can you imagine the amount that has been stolen as oil money in Nigeria from NNPC and what have you? Back in 2020, it was 400 billion in dollars. All right. Not shocking yet, right? Okay, that's 2020. I'm even surprised that that kind of money has been, taken away from the coffers in Nigeria back in 2020. Now, this 400 billion was stolen between 1960 and 99. Alone, that amount. All right, let's fast track a little bit. During Goodluck Jonathan regime, that's 2010 to 2015, I know there's this Sanusi, do you remember him, Sanusi Lamido? He informed Goodluck then that NNPC failed to transfer, listen to this, failed to transfer 20 billion in dollars in oil reserve to the national coffers. That money was not put in the national coffers. That amount. The money went missing. You remember, Sanusi reported to Goodluck at that time. And guess what happened? If you remember the story, what happened to Sanusi? He was later replaced for saying that. Goodluck said he doesn't know what he's saying. What are we doing, sir? What is the amount again? Get ready. 20 billion in dollars was not reported. It was missing. Sanusi thought he was doing a good thing, but he later lost his job. You tell me whether it was good or not. Okay. Let's forward a little bit. I know there's a lot, but I'm going somewhere. Just hang in there with me. Okay. Now, presently, I know there's this guy, this CBN governor, you know him, Emefiele, right? The former CBN governor. It's alleged that he embezzled about $1.3 million. And if you transfer, if you change that in Naira, 1.2 billion. Oof. In Naira. One person. Wow. Black on black. How can you spend, even if you imagine to have that kind of money, it's not hard earned. It's not something you earned, right? It's illegal. You stole your country's money that you were supposed to be in charge of that great amount. What are you going to do with it? How many things do you want to buy? 1.2 billion in the billions. Yeah, I'm going somewhere. Just hold on. Now, remember, what's her name again? Desiani, Minister of Petroleum under Jonathan. Now, that one, when she got arrested, she was asked to bring out, I think they got some money from her, thereabout, if I remember clearly. And there was so much that was brought from her. I just want to see if I can get the details of that. And, okay. So, for Desiani, it was reported that she took, they found $153 million. $153 million in dollars. So, if you convert that in Naira, it's in the billions. Woo! One person having that kind of amount. Rich automatically. Is it rich? Is it wealth? What do you call it? I don't know. You tell me. Okay. Now, each president come around and say, oh, I'm going to make sure, corruption is reduced. This, that. Now, under Buhari, you guys remember Buhari. Now, there's a certain Hadi Sirika, right? Aviation minister, and his brother came together, did Voltron. And get ready. It was alleged that they embezzled 19.4 billion. Yes! Naira. Oh my goodness. One person. All right? Remember, it's alleged. Whew, that's a lot. And it's the allegations, or is it the investigation or what have you, still going, or it's ongoing. And we see how that goes. The president of Nigeria now, Tinubu, right? And his vice president just announced some days ago that he approved how much? 90 billion. What are we doing, sir? For pilgrimage to Saudi, right? 90 billion naira. And the way the vice president even announced it, as if he knew there would be a backlash, but he just said it like people shouldn't talk about it now.
The president approved the release of 90 billion naira to subsidize the cost of pilgrimage for this year's Hajj. Therefore, I urge you not to relent in praying for the success of this administration.
You see, he just said it like, but if you look at it, 90 billion to just go and pray that Nigeria does better? Or are you telling me if Nigeria has how many churches, mosques? Nigeria is seen as one of the most holiest when it comes to religion. And yet, you have to confirm and approve 90 billion naira to go to pilgrimage in another country before God will answer. What are we doing, Seth? Now, this is where I'm going. From 2020 till present, can you imagine how much has been taken out from Nigeria? If you want to add all that amount, the calculator you are using, or is it the brain you are using, even if it is AI, I'm sure there will be smoke coming out, poof, poof, like that. You can count it in dollars and in naira. Imagine one person having billions in naira. How are you going to keep them? Where are you keeping them? All right? Some of them have warehouses where they store money. Warehouses, correct. They store money there. Some of this money sometimes rust away. That's what black do to their fellow black people. Wickedness. I'm not blaming anybody, but that is what is happening. And that is just what we know. There are some we don't. Imagine all that money if we like each other enough. We want the progress of the next generation. We want it to be easier for the next generation. Imagine all that money being put in place in Nigeria, infrastructure-wise, road, employment, and health. Imagine how Nigeria will be between 2020 and today. Just imagine it. Rather, these people will carry this money in the billions outside the country and invest in another country that they don't need it. As if it's a cost. Hey, what do I know? It's unbelievable when you see things like this. You see somebody having the opportunity of serving, but rather you will now see the opportunity of looting. All right? And the person, when he's ready for another term, will now go and meet the masses again and give them bread for them to vote and stay in there. So people have been in the Senate forever, just raking in the money. Where are you raking it to? Well, I know, in Dubai, right? US, trying to develop a developed country. That's black on black, right there. And the same continent of Africa, you preach religion, carry religion for head. Yeah? You see them going to churches to go and do as if they want to give their life. What are we doing, sir? I just thought I should highlight, I was just reading some articles and I thought I should just summarize all this and just give it to you guys how it is that we hurt each other in the midst of so much. And we just hurt each other just because of money. You see Niger Delta there in Nigeria? It could be the Dubai of Africa ×2. If this money was used to invest in some states in Nigeria. Just imagine it. Now, I'm not saying that you cannot, do good with your office, but there's enough to go around. I keep saying it. There is enough to go around in that country. You say we are like, what, 200 and something million? If this money is shared to Nigerians, I'm sure Nigeria will be much, much better than what it is right now. But only one person will be talking how much? 19.4 billion. You and your brother will come together. Of course, it's alleged. All of them are alleged. All right? But there is always an atom of truth in all of this. And before you know it, everybody forgets about it. You just forget. Nothing happens. Dejani own. Who will remember Dejani now? It looks as if the government that come into play tried to supersede the last government in terms of embezzlement. Don't you think so? Hey, this one don't do your own. Okay, when I get there, I will do ×2. So it now becomes a competition or a trend from one government to the other. And the same process, EFCC will come and do its own and everything is forgotten. You move on quietly like that, year after year. Okay. What are we doing, sir? Right? I don't know. You tell me. I'm just here, just giving facts, man. You can check it out. It's all on the internet. It's not hidden. But again, who cares, right? Whew. Well, folks, let me get your take on this one. What do you think? The money that has been taken out, does it have to go anywhere or just be in Nigeria for the betterment of the populace? That's why I don't like it when they call Nigerians masses. They're not supposed to be masses, be called masses, citizens. They're supposed to enjoy the fruit of the land. So it's the same in many parts of Africa where naturally they are blessed, but yet they suffer. Why? Well, you know why. The question is, what are you going to do about it? You tell me, because I don't know. This is what this is what this program is all about. What black do to fellow black people.